We've seen many celebrity dramas this past year, haven't we? From Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian to Adam Levine cheating on his wife. But we have another couple on our radar, none other than Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union. And that's not all. The player has recently been trending in the headlines because of some not-so-pleasant news. Before we give any more away, let's dive in. To begin with, what's this about Dwyane Wade getting a new tattoo? That's right, and it's not just any tattoo, but the initials of his wife. Since his retirement from the Miami Heat in 2019, Dwyane Wade has been living his best life and spending a lot of time with his family. He was recently in South Africa with his wife, actress Gabrielle Union, and their daughter, Kaavia James, to celebrate Union's birthday. On their journey, they visited Zanzibar, Ghana, and Namibia. Wade recently got a tattoo on his right wrist with a heart and the initials GU, which are Union's initials. She received his 17th tattoo as a surprise birthday present. Now, just to refresh your memory, Wade and Union started dating in 2008 after meeting at a 2007 Super Bowl party. They did, however, briefly split due to their demanding careers, but eventually reconciled and married on August 30th, 2014 in Miami. Union attempted to attend as many games as possible when Wade was playing, particularly with Heat, and was frequently spotted on the sidelines. They quickly became known as one of the most popular couples in sports. Now Wade was thrown smack dab in the middle of a controversy after retiring. Coming up, let's find out what that's about. The former NBA All-Star Dwyane Wade is a model father who accepts and celebrates his transgender daughter Zaya for who she is. Wade is now promising that he will continue to have her back during what could be a difficult time. You might be confused, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Wade's ex-wife, Siohvaughn Funches-Wade, filed an objection in a Los Angeles court last week, seeking to prevent him from legally changing Zaya's birth name and gender. Just as an FYI, Wade was awarded sole custody of their children when the couple divorced in 2007. Zaya's father was involved in the petition to change her name and gender back in August, although she is only 15 years old. The application read out that Dwyane Wade has full authority to make decisions on behalf of the petitioning minor. What's more, he's not required to receive consent from Ms. Funches-Wade. Now, with his ex-wife's objection, Wade's filing is on hold until the case is heard in court in December. She wants the family to wait until Zaya reaches the legal age, aka 18, before making these changes. That's reasonable, isn't it? In her objection, she claims that Dwayne intends to make their child very famous due to the name and gender issue, and also informed her that there would be contracts associated with it. Yikes! If that isn't a red flag, we don't know what is. This is, without a doubt, a serious charge. Now let's dig a little deeper. Many parents support their transgender children because, of course, they care about them and want them to live healthy and happy lives. But Dwyane Wade, according to Funches-Wade, is doing it to get an endorsement deal. As Zaya navigates life as an out transgender teen, dealing with this type of allegation from one of her parents could cause serious harm and stress. Dwyane Wade discovered the objection on social media and took to Instagram to respond. He said that while no one was surprised by Siohvaughn's attempt to fight Zaya's identity or her unwavering attempt to drag his name through the mud, he was very disappointed that she continues to center on herself and her needs without regard for her children. Wade's implication is clear. This isn't the first time Funches-Wade has tried to suppress Zaya's identity as a transgender girl. He stated that this isn't a game for his family, and it's certainly not one for Zaya. This is her existence. That sentiment is consistent with Wade's pattern as a father whose primary concern is for his daughter to have the best life possible. But who can really be sure what goes on behind closed doors? Next up, what does Zaya have to go through? Unfortunately for Zaya, her life is about to become more complicated. While Funches-Wade is contesting Zaya's name and gender changes because her daughter may be exploited as a public figure, she appears to be unaware of or unconcerned about the fact that her filing a legal objection is forcing Zaya's name into the news in a profoundly hurtful way. If Funches-Wade truly cares about Zaya's well-being, she needs to recognize the gravity of what she set in motion and take action. A quick legal proceeding that honors Zaya's wishes to live as her true self would be the best outcome short of Funches-Wade dropping her objection. Let's hope the parents resolve this case as soon as possible. Now, about Dwayne possibly using this situation for financial gain. We need to have some more details. In court papers obtained by The Blast this week, the star's first wife and mother of his two oldest children, Siohvaughn Funches-Wade, begged a judge to impose an order prohibiting their daughter from legally changing her gender to female until she is 18. Zaya, as she is now known, came out in 2019 at the age of 12. She has since won modeling contracts with brands such as Tiffany and Dove, as well as amassed hundreds of thousands of social media followers. According to her mother, she is also also in negotiations with Disney. Talk about being a star child. She frequently appears on red carpets with her father and stepmother, Gabrielle Union, who have spoken openly about their acceptance of the child and her decision in interviews. But the teen's mother is concerned that her father, who stands to profit from the transition, is pressuring her into making the permanent change. She's fighting to prevent gender and name changes and wants Zaya to make her own decision when she reaches the age of 18. Coming up, let's see what's going on in the mother's mind. She said that Dwayne is pressuring their child to proceed with the name and gender change in order to capitalize on the financial opportunities that he has received from companies. It was in response to Wade's August petition to legally change Zaya's name from Dwyane Malachi Aramis Wade to Zaya Malachi Aramis Wade. In his August filing, the former athlete claimed he had the legal authority to make decisions for his daughter and that he was only informing his ex-wife as a courtesy. When Wade divorced their mother in 2011, he gained full custody of the boys. The boys' mother detailed her agony at losing them to her ex after a 4-year court battle in a 2012 interview with Mail Online. She believes he was only granted custody because of his wealth and celebrity status. Yikes! Wade fought hard for custody of the children. During the divorce, Funches' attorneys cited her mental health issues. She now claims that her ex-husband is poised to benefit from the transition. She cited an April conversation in which Dwayne allegedly told her that a lot of money had already been made and that additional money will be made in relation to our child's name and gender issue. It's no surprise that Zaya's mom is concerned that her child is being commercialized at such a young age, as well as being the focus of the uncontrollable consequences of media exposure, such as cyberbullying. When it comes to divorced parents agreeing on and making decisions on behalf of their transgender children, the law is quite murky. Wouldn't you agree? We'll explain what we mean by that. Siohvaughn says that Wade is legally obligated to consult her on all the big decisions affecting the welfare, care, health, education, and religious upbringing of Zaya. Dwayne claims he has the authority to decide on Zaya's behalf, regardless of her mother's input. Union and Wade have not publicly responded to the allegations. The couple is currently in Africa to commemorate Union's 50th anniversary. A hearing in December has been scheduled to determine whether Zaya can change her name and gender without her mother's permission. Between 2002 and 2010, Siohvaughn and Wade were married. They also have a 20-year-old son named Zaya. In a 2012 interview with Mail Online, she revealed that when he was drafted to the NBA, they had been childhood sweethearts. Apparently, he was unlike anything she'd ever seen. He then signed an $8.5 million NBA contract following their marriage and became an overnight sensation. She blames his rising star for their marriage's demise. But enough of that. Let's wrap up this conversation with a little more insight from the player himself. In an interview with People, he stated that Zaya's transition gave him hope. He first mentioned her transition on Matt Barnes' podcast All the Smoke in 2019. He said, and we quote, "I watched my son from day one become into who she now eventually has come into. And for me, it's all about nothing changes with my love. Nothing changes in my responsibilities. So all I have to do now is get smarter and educate myself more. And that's my job." We don't know what will come out of this whole fiasco, but whatever the result is, we wish the best for Zaya. That's a wrap. Let us know in the comments what you think of this whole conundrum. Hit like, press that bell icon for updates, and click that subscribe button because we will be back with another video. Bye.